Alright, I have done it. I have built a musical instrument out of a shipping container, a piece of laundry wire that is tied to a nut, and a broomstick handle. And this is a tea chest base, except this isn't really a tea chest, it's just a regular wooden shipping container. You know, I couldn't find any tea chests here in Turkey, despite Turkey being the #1 tea consuming country in the world, even more than Britain apparently, which, you know, I never knew until a while ago. And basically this derived from the gut bucket or the washtub base that was developed in the United States, I believe during the Great Depression era, when people couldn't afford, you know, double basses, contrabasses, so they'd have to make improvised instruments such as this one. And in the UK and Commonwealth countries, although in the US, you know, they use either washtubs or metal buckets, in the Commonwealth countries they use the tea chests. And this was used a lot in skiffle music. The design that I made in the front, you know, with the treble clef and the notes and all that, it's actually, you know, was inspired by the tea chest bass that was used by the Quarrymen, you know, which are the band that were the predecessor to the Beatles, John Lennon's first band. Although I did kind of a wonky job painting it. I should have just used a stencil or maybe just gotten a decal or whatever. But it sounds like this. You change the notes by increasing the tension of the strings, the laundry wire, the laundry string. Sweet 16 goes to church just to see the boys, laughing, screams and giggles at every little noise. Turns her face a little, it turns her head a while. But everybody knows she's only putting on the style. She's putting on the agony, putting on the style. That's what all the young folks are doing all the while. Yeah, you know, this one thing, you know, one huge issue with this is that it's a really quiet instrument. It's really hard to hear. Even when I'm singing, you can barely hear it. And now imagine this in a jug band or a skiffle band, you know, with guitars, banjos, sometimes a kazoo, violin, washboards. Washboards are surprisingly loud, by the way. Now, some people, they play it by slapping it with some sort of wooden thing, such as, you know, this wooden spatula. Yeah, it's supposed to, you know, give it a more snappy sound, I guess, kind of like in the, you know, kind of like the double bass in the early rockabilly records of the 1950s. Let me try it with like a chopstick, because why the hell not? Yeah, so to remedy this problem, I basically salvaged an old speaker that I literally found in a dumpster, and I rewired it to work as a microphone. Now, if you switch the polarity of the speaker wires, you actually can make a microphone out of a speaker, and I use a speaker instead of just a regular microphone because since speakers are wider and larger, they pick up the bass frequencies much better. So, in fact, the Beatles audio engineer, the legendary audio engineer Jeff Emerick, actually used that. You know, he actually rewired a speaker as a microphone, and that's how he recorded Ringo's kick drum. That's what gives, you know, the Revolver album its punchy, deep drum sound. So, like, yeah, I haven't soldered it on yet, but it seems to be stable enough. So let me now just connect it to my amplifier. It's connected to a preamp, and the preamp is connected to this orange amplifier. Probably not the best idea, but here's a sound demo of that. Okay, so let me turn on my amplifier, and it sounds like this. Now, it is not perfect. I need to work on a few things. that's a terrible attempt at the Pirates of the Caribbean theme. But yeah, so it would sound much better if, you know, I connected this to some kind of compressor. That way, then it would sound more even and, have a better tone when connected to the amplifier. And it will also help if I just, instead of an amplifier, I just use, regular speakers, for microphones. Or an acoustic amplifier maybe, but so yeah, this is my electrified washed-up bass. I'm pretty proud of it, and I'll soon use it in a video. So